Championship ring.
WWE sends a message to Dominic Mysterio after Liv Morgan subtly confirmed she is done with him. Dominic Mysterio is in a world of trouble. He has found out that his actions have consequences. Following the events of the past week, the Judgment Day member subtly betrayed Liv Morgan after she lost her Women's World Championship to Rhea Ripley on WWE Raw's debut on Netflix by offering Mommy a hug. Of course, that offer was rejected. Ripley proceeded to low-blow Dirty Dom and hit him with a riptide. This week's episode of WWE Raw saw Dominic Mysterio try to get back in Morgan's good graces. He got her a bouquet of roses and apologized for his actions. Liv Morgan claimed that she wasn't mad at him, but her tone suggested otherwise. The former Women's World Champion then made him do her errands, essentially talking down to him. This seems like the beginning of the end of Liv and Dominic's relationship, but the latter doesn't seem to understand what's going on. He seemed relieved that Morgan wasn't mad at him, only for Finn Balor to pity his supposed innocence. WWE's official Instagram handle had some words for Dirty Dom as well, while posting a clip of the entire backstage interaction between the Judgment Day from Raw. It remains to be seen if this indeed is the end of Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio as a couple. Dirty Dom, trying to go back to Rhea Ripley after she won the Women's World Championship, may have been the last straw for the former Money in the Bank winner. What if Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan are in cahoots? The two lovebirds have both had issues with Finn Balor in recent weeks, so it's possible that they have decided to find a way to get rid of him. Mysterio and Morgan may have cooked up their tension to ensure the prince lets his guard down before they eventually betray him. It would be an interesting twist to the Judgment Day saga following their recent failures on WWE Raw. Perhaps Dominic Mysterio will face Balor at WrestleMania 41 as the group finally implodes for good. Liv Morgan and her WWE star boyfriend to kick Judgment Day member out of the group? Potential betrayal explored. Liv Morgan lost the WWE Women's World Championship last week on Raw. Despite the huge setback, the 30-year-old looked unfazed this week and was in a jolly mood. However, beneath her beaming smile could be a malignant intent. Morgan may be secretly orchestrating a massive plan to revolt against one of her stablemates. She and Dominic Mysterio could be planning to betray Finn Balor and kick the prince out of the Judgment Day. The speculation caught fire after what transpired backstage this week on Raw. Balor subtly tried to take a dig at Liv Morgan's recent loss, but the latter acted unbothered. She responded with a saccharine smile, and her words were seemingly a reflection of her disdain for the prince. Moreover, Dominic Mysterio also gave quite a bizarre look to Finn Balor while walking away from him backstage. His body language radiated an aura of malevolence, as if he had something evil in mind for Balor, something that only time would tell. This could be an indication that Mysterio and Morgan could be cooking something against the former Universal Champion. They have a very good reason to kick out the veteran star from the group. The prince has been facing setback after setback, the most recent being his embarrassing loss against Damian Priest in a street fight this week. This downward spiral may prove to be the final straw for the Miracle Kid and the Latino Cheat, and they could seize the opportunity to stage a coup and oust Finn Balor from the faction. Whether it happens or not remains a big question, but a Cold War has certainly been brewing within the Judgment Day for months. The above-mentioned angle is nothing but speculation at this point. Liv Morgan to go on a hunt for the Women's World Championship? Liv Morgan has reigned supreme at the top of the women's division on Raw for the last several months. She held the Women's World Championship for well over 200 days. Now that the 30-year-old has lost the coveted title, there have been questions on whether the Miracle Kid would embark on a hunt to reclaim the gold. However, it does not look like so. The Stanford-based promotion does not seem to have any plans to drag Morgan into the world title picture on Raw. Besides, her long-standing feud with Rhea Ripley has apparently come to an end for now, and stretching it would be redundant. There is a good possibility that Liv Morgan may go after the Women's Intercontinental Championship. She could start a fresh feud with the reigning champion, Lyra Valkyria, for the coveted title. Not only will this give Morgan a fresh start, but it will also make the brand new title look more prestigious. The Judgment Day member could also look to win the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble match to punch her ticket to WrestleMania 41. It will be interesting to see what the future holds for Liv Morgan. Dominic Mysterio to get into his third relationship in WWE, exploring potential girlfriend after Liv Morgan. WWE's ladies' man is undoubtedly Dominic Mysterio. As of 2024, Dirty Dom has been in two high-profile relationships. The first was with Rhea Ripley, and the second and current one saw him with Liv Morgan. But could the 27-year-old already be ready to move on to his third girlfriend? The answer to that question is quite possibly yes. Dominic Mysterio could get into a relationship with Liv Morgan's best friend, Raquel Rodriguez. As of the most recent WWE Raw, Daddy Dom has been put in the doghouse. It's safe to say Morgan is annoyed with Mysterio, but it could be this very thing that leads him into the arms of Big Mommy Cool. Done on this week's Raw, Dominic Mysterio tried to make up with Liv Morgan after he tried to get back with Rhea Ripley at the Netflix premiere. Morgan feigned forgiveness and then proceeded to order Mysterio around, telling him to get her bags and to run errands. If this continues, there might come a time when the former two-time North American champion has had enough and confides in Raquel Rodriguez, feeling sympathy for Mysterio. Rodriguez may start to realize how cruel Morgan is being. This could lead to her standing up for him and becoming his new girlfriend. Of course, at this point, this is nothing more than speculation. Dominic Mysterio may be forced to make things right by doing the impossible. Although he is dense at times, Dominic Mysterio is a smart guy. He is sure to notice at some point that things aren't as good with Liv Morgan as he has been led to believe. As such, he may be forced to make things right with her by doing the impossible. The impossible in this case would be confronting Rhea Ripley directly. WWE has floated the idea of having an intergender match between the two, but it is just a rumor at this point. Nevertheless, it would make for an epic battle, especially if Dirty Dom does something drastic, like challenge the Eradicator for the Women's World Championship on Morgan's behalf. As mentioned earlier, though, a potential match between the two is just a rumor. Only time will tell how things unfold in this storyline. Liv Morgan to dump Dominic Mysterio for former WWE United States Champion as a punishment? Possible hint explored. Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan have been an on-screen couple since last year. Dirty Dom betrayed Rhea Ripley at SummerSlam 2024. Joining forces with Morgan and helping her retain the gold around her waist, the power couple together rode a massive wave of success. But Liv Morgan lost her Women's World Championship, and Dominic Mysterio endeavored to hug Rhea Ripley.